Welcome back, everybody, to For the Sake of the Parlay. Today is May 16th, 2026, and what we're going to do today is review yesterday's Parlay of the Day with our alternate line suggestions and give you today's Parlay of the Day with our alternate line suggestions. All right, so let's get right into it. But before we get into today's video, let me tell you why you should subscribe right now. We are PPCs here, and PPCs are professional parlay creators. Parlays is what y'all want, and parlays is what y'all gonna get here. We specialize in 8-leg parlays, and we do this full time. We are giving you parlays consisting of all types of bets, including player props, totals, and spreads across all major sports. Next, this is a collaborative channel consisting of two people. We are lucky to have two PPCs in this channel, and the architect and the voice. Obviously, I am the voice, but the architect is really the one doing a lot of the planning, designing, and managing throughout the parlay making process. Without the architect, there would be no channel or none of these parlays. Lastly, and most importantly, we are giving you free daily content with picks and receipts. This is our 40th day in a row posting parlays with reviews. We are showing you our actual betting slips and the results. We're going to keep posting and showing you the results because we don't get tired like Kevin Gates, and we ain't never scared like Bone Crusher. We ain't new to this, we true to this, y'all. And y'all know y'all doing the same damn thing as us every day, so you might as well smash that like and subscribe button and do it for the sake of the parlay. Alright, so let's start off with the review from yesterday, May 15th, 2026. And while these reviews are important, they're going to be very helpful the next time you make a bet. And we are different from other channels, okay? A lot of other channels just giving you picks, but we do a little bit of a deep dive and let you know why these picks were good or not, alright? Results from yesterday were we went 5 out of 8 picks, alright? But we were really close, y'all. Just want to let y'all know that it was 6 points in a player prop, and half of a run in an extra innings baseball game was the reason why we didn't get our first channel win. Alright, and I just want to stress to y'all that you can either tail our parlay, even though we've been losing, but we still have had a lot of good right picks in those individual picks, so you can use those to make your parlay, especially with our alternate line suggestions. And also, we are still grinding and learning, and we're improving every day. All right, but here are the results from yesterday. All right, first we were wrong about Cade Cunningham not recording 25 plus points. Then we were wrong about the under 8.5 in this Kansas City Royals and St. Louis Cardinals game. Then we were right about the under 7.5 in the Padres and Mariners game. Then we were right about our man Ellie De La Cruz recording 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs. We were right about the Yankees winning on the run line. Then in a 3-pick same game parlay, we were right about De'Aaron Fox recording over 16.5 points. We were wrong about Ayo Donsumu recording 12+ points, and we were right about Julius Randle recording 6+ rebounds. So the first bet we were wrong about was Cade Cunningham recording 25+ points, and the big reason because he didn't was the Pistons won 115-94. All right, and as you can see here, Cade Cunningham only scored 21 points. All right, now the big reason was because one, he had a very hot first half, and then as the Pistons started to blow out the Cavaliers really started focusing and shutting his ass down. All right, as you can see here, he played 42 damn minutes. All right, so we were definitely expecting him to come through for us, but damn, and then towards the end of the game, they just took him out for like the last couple minutes of the fourth quarter, the only damn minutes he didn't play in the game. So we were really close to hitting this one, and this one hurt, but regardless, he went red for us. But we'll definitely be looking at his prop when they play tomorrow. Next, you're wrong about the under 8.5 in this Kansas City Royals at St. Louis Cardinals game, and the Cardinals wound up winning 5-4, but it was an extra innings. All right, and as you can see here, I predicted Michael Wacha and Dustin May both had 2 really good games. All right, they both pitched 6 innings. Wacha had 5 strikeouts. May only had 3, but both teams had to use a lot of pitchers. The Cardinals used 6, the Royals used 5, and then as you can see here, Jordan Walker of the Cardinals had a really good game, and he was the reason why they won. He went 3 for 5. And as you can see here, our bet was good, and it was green, and it was under until about the 6th inning. And then once they tied it up 4-4 in the 10th, our bet was dead. And yeah, the game wound up winning 5-4. So it was really close, but damn, it only went over by half of a run. So we made a good pick, but this was one of those games that went to extra innings and didn't come through for us. All right, next we were right about the under 7.5 in the San Diego Padres at Seattle Mariners game, and this is really good because the Padres wound up winning 2-0. But I just want to say this is obviously a great pitching performance by Vasquez. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 0 earned runs, and 3 strikeouts. And Hancock, he pitched 6 innings as well, giving up 5 hits, 1 earned run, and 6 strikeouts. What was really good here, and I got Miller highlighted in green. This dude pitched only 1.1 innings, gave up 2 hits, 0 earned runs, but 4 strikeouts. All right, that just means that he's a strikeout artist. Every out he got was a strikeout. That is elite type pitching. That's exactly what you want from your closer. Also, clearly both teams have good bullpens, as this was a very low scoring game. This is exactly what you want to have happen when you take the under. And yeah, there was only 2 runs scored the whole game. As you can see here, Andujar doubled and then Song routed to first to get 2 RBIs. So this is a very low scoring game. Great call by us on this under. Next, we took our man Ellie De La Cruz to get 2+ hits, runs, RBIs, and the Reds wound up winning 7-6. But Ellie had a great game, all right? As you can see here, he went 1 from 4 and he had an RBI, and that's exactly what we needed him to get. And he got it in the 5th inning. It says here he got a double, all right? So he got an extra base hit and he got an RBI. We knew he was going to come through for us, and that's exactly what we did. And this was a great pick, and we expect to be betting him a lot more during this baseball season. All right, next we took the Yankees to win on the run line, and they absolutely did. They beat the Mets 5-2. And as you can see here, Schlittler had a very good game. He pitched 6.2 innings, only gave up 2 hits and 1 earned run and 9 strikeouts with 2 walks. All right. It's highlighted in green because he's nice. That is elite. That is really good. And as you can see here, our bet was good the whole game. The Mets were never close. They scored 2 late runs. However, Holmes, he pitched not very well, as he only pitched 4.1 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 earned runs, but he did have 8 strikeouts, okay? But he gave up those runs in the 3rd inning, which really hurt them. But it was really good for our bet. As you can see here, Jazz Chisholm had an excellent game for the Yankees. He went 3 for 4. He had 1 run, 2 RBIs, and a walk. That was really good. That really helped the Yankees win. As you can see here, our bet was never in jeopardy. This is really good when you take a team to win on the minus 1.5 run line. They were ahead the whole game. Next, we took a 3-pick same game parlay. We took De'Aaron Fox to get over 16.5 points. He did. We took Ayo DeSomnu, record 12+ points. He did not, but Julius Randle came through for us and got 6+ rebounds. However, the Spurs wound up winning and closing out the series. They won the game 139-109, and a big reason because of that was they had excellent performance by De'Aaron Fox. All right, De'Aaron Fox, he scored 21 points, so he scored well over our 16.5 we needed him to get, but he did that in only 24 minutes. All right, and he went 3 from 3 for 3-pointer, and he had an excellent game with 9 assists and 4 rebounds to go with that. So we'll definitely looking to be targeting him in the future, as they should have a very exciting series against the OKC Thunder. And next for the Timberwolves, Ayo most definitely did not come through. We needed him to get 2 more points, and what's messed up is he was in the game at the end of the game, but hey, they gave up. They got blown out. They got closed out. They're going home. So he only scored 10 points, and this was more of a rotations type of thing. Sometimes he starts, sometimes he don't, but it's all up to him if you get in the game. And he only played 23 minutes and 10 points, so it's not a bad stat, but it did not come through for us, which sucks. We needed him to get 2 more points, and that could have went green for us. And lastly, we took Julius Randle to get 6+ rebounds. Now, he did get 6+ rebounds. He got 7 rebounds, as you can see here. But wow, what a terrible game, all right? 3 points from somebody like Julius Randle is very bad. He's the next biggest name outside of Anthony Edwards. So he most definitely did not come through. He just had a bad game and looked like he was ready to go home. And that's exactly what the Spurs did for him. But hey, he did come through for us. So we'll be looking to bet Julius Randle, but it ain't going to be for a couple more months, because he's at least good for 6 rebounds. So let's see how our alternate lines did from yesterday, May 15th, 2026. First, we recommended taking Cade Cunningham to get over 20 points. And this was a very good pick, because as in our parlay today, we took him to record over 25 points, but we recommended 20 points. Give yourself extra cushion. This is the type of pick that could have made your parlay, because he got 21 points. So our alternate line pick was good. However, the pick in our parlay of the day was wrong. Next, we recommended taking Ellie De La Cruz record at least 1 hit, run, and RBI, and he most definitely did that because he covered in our parlay of the day as well. He got 2 hits, runs, and RBIs. He actually got a hit with the RBI, so that covered the bet. But regardless, this was a good bet just in case he got a hit and nobody was on base. But just so happened somebody was on base and they scored when he got his hit, so he recorded 2 stats instead of 1. Lastly, we recommended the under 9 in this San Diego versus Seattle game. And we took the under 7.5, but we recommended the under 9. So obviously, if the under 7.5 hit, this under 9 hit, as the game was 2-0. This is a very good pick for us. It was a great pitching matchup in a pitcher's park, and this bet went way under. All right, here's what you all been waiting for. Here's today's parlay of the day for May 16th, 2026. And just remember, we specialize in 8-leg parlays, and that is that octopus. That octopus is that raw parlay ticket. And what we're going to do finally today is turn that into some calamari so we can all eat good on this channel. All right, so here's the parlay of the day. All right, here's today's parlay of the day. And as you can see, we're turning $12 into $1,000. And this is very beautifully put together by the architect. All right, but first we're going to take the under 4.5 rounds in this Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry fight. Then we're going to take Chaos Williams to win against his opponent, Berrettini or whatever he going to lose. It don't matter. Then we're going to take Alice Arledine to win in her fight against Polyana Viana. Then we're going to take the Canadians to close out the series and win against the Buffalo Sabres at home. Then we're going to take an alternate line of under 8.5 runs runs in the Boston-Atlanta game. Then we're going to take the Cleveland Guardians to record over 8.5 hits against the Cincinnati Reds. Then we're going to take the New York Yankees to win on the money line against the New York Mets. And then lastly, we're going to take the under 8.5 team total hits for the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Los Angeles Angels. All right, for our first bet in this parlay, we're going to take the Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry fight to go under 4.5 rounds. And we like this because Mike Perry is an aggressive striker, okay? And he was fighting in a bare knuckle fighting organization, all right? So he likes to punch, and that's what he does, and he has knockout power. Also, Nate Diaz is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So if the fight goes to the mat, he can sub Mike Perry, as he's had 12 subs victories in the UFC. Next, we personally like this because Nate Diaz is 41 years old and Perry's 34. So Diaz at 41, he's not looking to go 5 rounds, all right? I'm pretty sure he's a kill or be killed type of fighter. Same thing with Mike Perry. This should definitely go under 4.5 rounds. And lastly, I watched this face-off. They both seem like they had bad blood, and they want to hurt each other for real. So, yeah, I definitely like this fight to go under 4.5 rounds. Next, we would like Chaos Williams to win on the money line. And I'm not going to say his last name because it don't matter because he's going to lose anyway. But we like this because Chaos averages about 5 significant strikes a minute versus his opponent, who averages about 2.69 significant strikes. All right. Also, Chaos has a reach advantage of about 3 inches. All right. So that's going to be very good, as Chaos is a brawler and a stand-up fighter. Speaking of being a brawler, he has elite knockout power. All right. So if Chaos gets the right hit, he's going to put this dude on the ground and he's going to go to sleep. And then lastly, Chaos is coming off 2 losses. So he's going to be extra motivated to get this win. And his name is Chaos. All right. So he's going to call us Chaos. And we definitely expect him to go green for us and win on the money line. Next, we're taking Alice Ardeline to win on the money line. And we like this because the Architect has been following her for a long time before she was even in the UFC, when she was fighting on the Romanian regional scene. Also, she's a very aggressive fighter who was on a 2-fight winning streak. And then next, Polly Biana is not very good at all, okay? She's only in this fight because she looked good and she's in the UFC, but she's also on a 3-fight losing streak, so that's not very good. And also, Ardeline could possibly win by KO. It'll probably go to decision, but she has that knockout power to finish Biana, and we expect her to go green, whether it be by decision or inside the distance. All right, next we're taking the Canadians on the money line against the Buffalo Sabres, and we like this because they've outscored the Sabres 19-9 in the last 3 games. All right, so they're really dominating them. And also, Buffalo has goalie uncertainty. They started Luukkonen one game, and then they pulled him. Then they played Lyon, and they both didn't do well, obviously, as they have been both getting scored on and outscored the last 3 games. And lastly, the Canadians are up 3-2, and they're playing at home. They have a huge ice advantage, and we expect them to close out the series tonight and go green for us and win on the money line as minus 175 favorites. Next, we're taking the alternate line of under 8.5 runs in this Boston Red Sox and Atlanta Braves game. And we like this because Toll of the Red Sox and Elder of the Braves are off to really good starts of the year, and they are low hit, low ERA pitchers. Okay, so that's very good for the under. Also, both offenses have been struggling, but especially Boston, they've only scored 3 or fewer runs in 4 games in a row. And then lastly, and most importantly, this is one of these games where I was already feeling really good about this under. However, I had an Action Network report to support the under 8.5 runs, and we're taking this as an alternate line, and we expect this to go green for us. Next, we're taking the Cleveland Guardians to get over 8.5 hits versus the Cincinnati Reds, and we like this. One of the main reasons is because Paddock is off to a terrible start. Okay, so first he was on the Marlins. He's already 0-5 on the season for starts, and his ERA is at 7.6. But he got cut, and then the Reds picked him up. All right, must be nice to be terrible and get picked up by another team. So he's not very good. He used to be good, but clearly he's on the second half of his career and on his way out of the MLB. Also, the Cleveland Guardians strike out the least amount in the MLB. All right, so that means that they're having good at bats and they're getting on base. And also, Cleveland is very strong against right-handed pitching. All right, and Paddock is a right-handed pitcher, and he's not good. We expect them to get not only a lot of hits off of him, but also their bullpen after Paddock is taken out of the game. Next, we like the New York Yankees to win on the money line against the New York Mets. And we like this because not only are they the better team, but they definitely have the better offense. The Yankees offense is better than the Mets offense. Next, Rodon is nice, y'all. Okay. I know this personally. He had a bad game last game, but Rodon is nice. He was coming off injury, and he's going up against Braziban, the Mets, and also doing research on this game. The Mets are going to have a bullpen game, so they're going to be featuring a lot of pitchers, and bullpen pitchers are bullpen pitchers for a reason, okay? They're not good enough to be starting pitchers, so that, along with Rodon, I think the Yankees are going to have a lot of success against these bullpen pitchers, and it's going to be enough to at least get the win for us. All right, lastly, we like the Los Angeles Dodgers to record under 8.5 hits against the Los Angeles Angels today. And we like this because the Dodgers are going up against Soriano, and he's the ace for the Angels, and he's off to a very good start this year. Also, he's a ground ball pitcher, all right? So there are not going to be a lot of baseballs going in the air. They're going to be going on the ground, and that's going to lead to a lot of outs, a lot of quick outs, as he's going to induce a lot of weak contact. Also, the Dodgers are not going to be starting Freddie Freeman. Apparently, he's sitting out. Also, there might be a few of the other main starters not playing today for whatever reason. The lineup isn't out yet as I'm doing this video. However, them not having Freddie Freeman, he's one of their best hitters, so that's very good for our under as well. All right, so let's talk about the alternate line suggestions for today, May 16th, 2026. So first of all, in our parlay of the day, we took Ardeline to win on the money line. However, we're recommending taking the Ardeline and Biana fight over 2.5 rounds at minus 215 because this is a women's MMA fight. And hey, anything can happen, but it's more than likely, like probably 70% of the time, going to go to decision. So taking this to go to decision other than Ardeline to win at minus 185 is a good pick. Next, we are recommending taking the Williams and Variltinov fight to not go the distance, okay? We're taking Chaos to win in our parlay of the day, but somebody's more than likely going to go to sleep, and Vegas agrees. So taking this to not go the distance is a very good bet and alternate pick. Lastly, we're recommending taking the Yankees on the plus 1.5 run line. Now, they're the favorite, so this is an extra safe bet. However, I do believe that the Yankees will win outright, so the plus 1.5 won't be needed. However, it's a very good bet just in case this game is close. However, I'm predicting Rodon to have an excellent game. He's going to have a lot of strikeouts, and the Yankees will win. And just remember, with our alternate line suggestions for today, a better number equals more cushion. For example, in this Chaos Williams fight, the fight doesn't go to decision is a better bet than taking Chaos Williams to win on the money line. Also, with that better number equals less odds. For example, Chaos Williams to win on the money line is minus 115. However, the fight does not go the distance is minus 145. All right, there you have it, everybody. That was the parlay of the day. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck betting today, especially if you're trailing our bets. And just remember, winners never quit. Miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and one good parlay can make your day. All right, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video and another parlay of the day.